My dear friends, the moment has come. The Obi-Wan Kenobi teaser trailer has just dropped. I'm an emotional mess right now. I loved it and I want to break every detail down. So no more jibber jabber, let's get straight into it. The teaser trailer begins with Obi-Wan riding his Yopi on Tatooine. We then hear him say, "The fight is done, we lost," and just hearing Obi-Wan's voice again, Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan, was chill-inducing. He is obviously referring to the Clone Wars and the fact that the Jedi and Republic have both fallen. And remember guys, we are now 10 years, an entire decade after Order 66, and Obi-Wan is exactly how you'd imagine him, a Jedi in hiding with one task: protect Luke Skywalker. And at this stage, he is hiding and living as a nomad. Earlier today we had those Entertainment Weekly pictures, and one of the captions said that at the start of the show, Obi-Wan is going to be broken, lost, and without any hope. And that really comes across. Now we also know that at this point, Obi-Wan does not have his hut yet. Instead, he's living in a cave, and we briefly see the entrance of this cave in the trailer. Obi-Wan watches over a young Luke Skywalker playing in front of the Lars homestead. This is our first glimpse at a young 10-year-old Luke, who Obi-Wan needs to protect at all costs. Now the biggest feature of this teaser trailer are the Inquisitors. We see Reva, the third sister, played by Moses Ingram, but we also get a glimpse at Sun Kang, who plays the fifth brother from Rebels, and another Rebels Inquisitor, Rupert's friend, as the Grand Inquisitor. There is another Inquisitor, a female among them, but she's not been named. The Grand Inquisitor then says, "To hunt a Jedi takes patience." The Inquisitor's job was to hunt down surviving Jedi. They were ruthless and fought for Darth Vader. They too at one point were Jedi, but when they survived the Great Jedi Purge of Order 66, they were given a choice: to die as a Jedi or to become an Inquisitor and work for the Empire. Now early on in the trailer when we see the Lucasfilm logo, what's really epic that made me pump my fist in the air was hearing John Williams' Duel of the Fates. I jumped up with joy guys. We knew that he was going to be involved in the show, but we really didn't know how much he had scored. We knew he wasn't going to be the principal composer, but I suspect that he did more than just score a revisited version of Duel of the Fates, because we also hear a new version of the Force theme at the end. Now this teaser gave us no Vader whatsoever, apart from him breathing at the end, but I think anything with Hayden is going to be saved for the final trailer if at all. They might be saving him as a big surprise, a big moment to anticipate in the series. Along with Obi-Wan, he is one of the biggest features of this show. We then see Reva hanging and interrogating locals on Tatooine. Again, this was rumoured to happen by Making Star Wars. She looks badass. We got a brief glimpse of her earlier in the day, and she is a certifiable, intimidating Inquisitor, even without a helmet. I should also say that Joel Edgerton looks amazing as Uncle Owen, just as he did in the prequel trilogy. So then they cut to Daiyu, a new planet we learnt about in the Entertainment Weekly article. Along with the fifth brother and the Grand Inquisitor, Reva is hunting down Obi-Wan, and making Star Wars say that Daiyu is the planet that Obi-Wan escapes to. We even see him hooded in the trailer. After a young Jedi called Nari arrives on Tatooine, the Inquisitors sense him, but they don't just sense him, they sense Obi-Wan. They kill Nari, and I suspect they interrogate locals of Tatooine. Because they can feel Obi-Wan in the Force, he knows to protect Luke, he's got to flee the planet, and that's what he does. We actually see Obi-Wan on a public freighter fleeing for Anchorhead to go off-world. This is not just to protect Luke, but also to rescue a young Princess Leia. We then see the Inquisitors land in the middle of what looks to be Mos Espa, establishing dominance. We also get Indira Varma's character, an Imperial who could be a spy as suggested before, known as Tia, and then it cuts to Daiyu, where the Grand Inquisitor is threatening someone he suspects might know the whereabouts of Kenobi. Next up, we get an up-close look at the fifth brother with stormtroopers for backup. And just to comment on the visuals, the way they stylized the Grand Inquisitor and fifth brother is very different to what I expected. They look very different to how they were portrayed in Rebels. Now obviously an animated series is not going to be the same as live action, but they definitely went a different direction with it, probably even deliberately to be different. The trailer ends with more action on Daiyu, and then a close-up of Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan back on Tatooine. The music is insane, the visuals are crazy good, and I've got to tell you guys, I said in my video earlier that I was shaking, but guess how I feel now? I am in utter disbelief. I still haven't landed back in reality. This trailer was just insane, and for me it's seeing Ewan McGregor again as Obi-Wan, which was such a huge part of my childhood. I grew up with the prequels, and that alone made this trailer incredible for me. But then you add in hearing his voice, and to get Inquisitor action, it just made this the best day for Star Wars fans in a very, very long time. And this was just the teaser trailer. That means there's more to come. We'll probably get a full trailer, which I think could drop on May the 4th, and I can definitely see them breaking that up into a few TV spots. But marketing for the show has officially begun, starting today, and we have a lot more to come. One thing that I love in particular is the world building they're doing. These new planets keep things fresh, especially when you consider how much Tatooine content there's been lately. But the new planet of Daiyu looks like a mixture of Nalhutta and Coruscant. I think it looks pretty cool. The description for the planet, as provided by Joby Harold, who wrote on the show, is as follows. It's sort of a Hong Kong feel. It's got a graffiti-ridden nightlife and is kind of edgy. It's just got a different lane and a different feeling. Now, I can also tell from this teaser that the show will have much more of an intense vibe when compared to recent shows. And as I briefly touched upon earlier, them leaving Vader out of it just makes me want to see him more. I can't wait for that moment that we do finally see him. And of course the rumour that Obi-Wan and Vader are going to face off in the flesh twice. I must say, we're truly spoiled. And I also want to say, guys, I'm very impressed with how different Tatooine looks compared to the cinematography in the Book of Boba Fett. I will admit, I was a bit worried that it would look and feel exactly the same, but it does look fresh and easily distinguishable as a separate show, just based on the same planet's landscapes. So great job there. I have really high hopes for this show. This trailer made my day, my month, my year. I loved it. Now, before I go, my dear friends, go check out the video I made earlier where we go through everything that Entertainment Weekly posted. There's also an update for The Bad Batch Season 2, and we also talk about characters confirmed not to appear. If you enjoyed this video, my dear friends, please be sure to give me a big fat thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and if you want more videos not found here on YouTube, click the link down below. Now, I'm going to go rewatch this trailer for the 5th time, so may the Force be with you always. I'm Star Wars Meg. Have a good one.